With the news of Kelly coming back, can you kind of take us through the process of maybe how long you've been thinking about a move like that and how significant this is for what you're trying to get accomplished here?
Well, I wish I could say that it was that I hired her, but that was Mel Raines, our new, CEO of Pacer Sports and Entertainment. And when I was first approached about the concept of it, I was like, oh, wow, taken aback a little bit. I hadn't thought about the possibility of after Allison had resigned to take another job, that maybe Kelly might be available. And then once I heard that was a possibility, I was absolutely thrilled because of my relationship with her. We're such a unique time with the WNBA and with the Indiana Fever. This is an unprecedented moment, and as we move forward, we need great leadership. And we need great leadership that's experienced with what we're going to deal with now, especially with the CBA and just the media rights and everything that's happening, the explosion in the WNBA. And wow, if you told me and said, hey, list the 3 people, if you could have anybody you wanted in this new role, I would probably have listed Kelly 1, 2, and 3. I mean, she's just so experienced and she's had such an impact on the Indiana Fever. And then also her experiences now in the NBA, so she's got all the bases covered. So once I heard that this was going to happen, man, if I could have done a flip or handspring, I probably would have done it. Fortunately, I didn't try that. Yeah.
She's been called like the architect of the Fever franchise.
Well, there's no doubt. Let's go all the way back. When the league first started, Kelly was in the league office. And then the Simon family brought her to Indy to start the Indiana Fever, I think in 2000, 99 or 2000. It's been 25 years. And so she's definitely the architect of this franchise, made the draft picks early on, took a chance on Tamika Catchings, even though she was injured, built this into a championship franchise, and playoffs every year. I had the opportunity to work with her from 2003 until I retired the first time in 14, and so significant amount of time, tremendous leadership, skills, great person. I think it sends the message from Pacer Sports and Entertainment that we're all into this franchise and we're ready as we move forward with somebody like Kelly leading us.
Your 3-year plan ended with making the playoffs.
Let's give that 3-year plan a hand. There goes water. Remember, I came on board interim, and I think I'd been on board for a couple of months, and realized it's going to take more than a couple of months. And then I said, okay, I think I can get us back on track, probably in 2 or 3 years. And came up with a plan. It had to do with draft picks, it had to do with trades, it had to do with free agency. And I was very fortunate that Rick Fuson and Simons, gave me the resources to do what we needed to do. And here we are 3 years later in the playoffs. We even challenged for the playoffs a little bit last year until we got hurt there at the end of the season. So I'm just thrilled for this franchise. I'm thrilled for the Simon family because of their tremendous commitment to the WNBA, to the Fever, all these 25 years. And now they're reaping some of the benefits of being all in.
What does that next timeline look like? What goals, what kind of years are you looking at?
The next timeline is playing for championships. That's why I loved working for Pacer Sports and Entertainment and the Fever. We were all about winning. We were all about bringing great people into this franchise with a commitment to doing whatever we needed to do to be competitive night in and night out, and then challenge for championships. And I think we were in the finals in 2009, and probably looking back as a coach, I probably subbed too much, and if I hadn't, we probably won a championship then. And then we win in 12, and then we're back in the finals with a chance to win a championship in 15 or 16. So that's who we are. That's what we do. We expect this franchise to be competing for championships.
The expansion draft kind of throws a wrinkle in things both this year and next year. Just have you heard anything about that?
Well, it could, just depending on how you approach it. Fortunately, I was part of the expansion when the Storm came in and the Fever, and I think it was Miami, and who was the other one? Miami, Portland. That's right, and they're back. Yeah, welcome back, Portland. And so I know what that kind of how that works. I think we're still waiting to hear the guidelines. You know, how many will we be able to protect, and how will that work? And then when will Golden State draft in the draft? Hopefully we'll hear that soon. But it's tricky. And so if you have a real deep team, you're going to lose somebody of quality. But everybody will.
So Lynn, from your assessment, what happened, what was good and bad about last night, and what needs to happen tomorrow?
Well, I think,
obvious?
yes, I think our young team, I saw that chart that somebody did of how many
Playoff games, yeah.
I didn't even know we had 19. You know, and then you're looking at, I think Connecticut had 222. That's what happened. You know, we met a veteran team in their home arena that had enormous playoff experience, and we didn't. And so now we've had some, and let's see how we respond to that. There's no way you can talk about what it's like. You just have to experience it, and it sends another message that as we move forward in free agency, we need to get some veterans that have played for championships. I thought we were fortunate to have Dantas, who has played in some championship games, and Timmy, but we don't have many people that have done that, and so you have to give Connecticut credit with Thomas and with Bonner, you know, just two of our all-time great vets in the WNBA, and they showed their championship experience, and it carries over to your teammates. It's contagious, and so we've got to move down that path where we've got more people with that type of experience.
Lynn, can you just
Whoa.
Obviously, the focus is on this series, but was just wondering if you've begun any conversations with Kelsey's future here?
We're always talking about the future. We're always talking about who we need to keep, contracts we need to negotiate, and of course that's ongoing, and we'll continue, you know, after the season's over. Right now, we're focused on the game tomorrow night. We're focused on how to score more points, how to hit a few more threes, and how to defend a little bit better.